In my book, The Assault on America, How to Defend Our Nation Before It's Too Late, there was a part of the book that I didn't really intend when I was writing it. I was writing about how America's founders quote the Bible. 54 of the 56 signers of the Declaration we know were Christians, and even the two that are a little iffy, Jefferson and Franklin, ultimately did make a vocal commitment to Christ. But something I really stumbled upon was that 80 times by 1900, by the year 1900, 80 times socialism had been tried in America and then quickly abandoned. You know, so much in the news recently has been about Mamdani winning the mayor's race in New York City, the 13th largest economy in the world, an avowed Marxist Muslim. I mean, it's a double disappointment. The city that suffered the worst for 9/11, Islam, flew planes into the World Trade Center, practitioners of Islam, I should say, and now they've got a Muslim mayor, 25 years removed from 9/11. Very sad. But a city that is built on constitutional capitalism, 105 billionaires, and Mamdani says there should not legally be any billionaires. It's amazing that in this thriving trophy to capitalism and free market economy that they would now have a Marxist mayor. But in my book, I document 80 times socialism had been attempted and was summarily abandoned. I've been to some of these places like Zion, Illinois, and New Harmony, Indiana, and even in my home state near Fayetteville, there was a socialist commune that quickly failed, as socialism always does. Socialism ruins everything it touches. And America is not Venezuela or an indigent, Haiti or something like that, because we've had this free market economy where people, work and they are able to retain their earnings, and then people, many people, wise people, invest and save, live within their means, and wealth begins to grow. Where 3 states converge, Steubenville, Ohio, Pittsburgh, and Follansbee, West Virginia. Do you know the largest coal deposit in the known world is there? And it's been mined since the time of William Penn. Pennsylvania was called Penn's Woods. Well, I was up there to speak, and I went to lunch with some folks that work for Exxon. And they have 400 plus feet deep mines going down into the coal there that's right under those 3 states, Ohio, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. And they said, for 200 years, they've been extracting coal out of the ground. I said, how much has been extracted? They said less than 10%. Isn't that amazing? Just as we're finding the natural world has resources much more vast than we realize. And folks, let me just say it. We'll never run out of oil. The oil beds will never be depleted, and they are replenishing themselves. Folks, it's that way with money and wealth. There is plenty. And you know the old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. There's an idea that if you have food on the table, conversely, somebody on the other side of the world is going hungry. Doesn't work that way. Marxism is a false ideology. The finite pie worldview is wrong. There's plenty to go around, but how do we harness not only intelligence, vision, creativity, and yes, money? Well, God has made a way. We trust Him, we work, we tithe, we give, but the pathway to prosperity for all is not Marxism and socialism. It's a free market economy where we work. And as the Bible says, if a man want work, neither should he eat. The welfare state is ungodly, socialism doubly so. Folks, know truth, stand for truth, and help be a part of preserving a free, constitutional, free market, capitalistic America. That it worked. Why? Because it's based on God's principles. May the Lord bless you and give you courage to stand for truth.